you're on the spotlight in business, you have to shine. Yet, so often we see people catapulted to the top as an award winner, and they do a dreadful job with their acceptance speech. You really have to wonder, why is that? They entered the contest, so they must have at least expected there was a chance of winning. If that did happen, then they know they will be invited to the stage to receive the award and say a few words. When this turns into reality, it is at this point that often the wheels fall off. Their spot of fame turns into infamy pretty quickly as they botch it and come off as rank amateurs rather than successful professionals. It doesn't have to be that way, by the way. Welcome back to this weekly edition every Tuesday of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, President of Dale Carnegie Training Japan and best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery. We are bringing the show to you from our High Performance Center in Akasaka in Minato-ku, the business center of Tokyo. Why the cutting edge? In this show, we are looking at the critical areas for success in business in Japan. We want to help advance everyone's thinking so that we can be at the forefront, the cutting edge of how to flourish here in this market. Before we get into this week's topic, here is what caught my attention lately. The Japanese government has given approval for the use of blood transfusions, including platelets, created from artificially derived stem cells to treat patients with intractable diseases. Researchers expect the induced pluripotent stem cells to become a new source for platelets, replacing transfusions of donated blood that tend to be deficient. In other news, over 1/5 of Japan's population is now 70 years old or older. There are 26.18 million people over 70, accounting for 20.7% of the population. Wow, that is more than the population of my own country of Australia. Elderly women, defined as those aged 65 or older, have grown to a record 20.12 million compared to 15.45 million men. Japan's ratio of 28.1% elderly is expected to reach 35.3% in 2040. Those over 80 years of age represent 11.04 million people, and those over 90 comprise 2.19 million people. The older generation are still working. Working over 65s number 8.07 million people, accounting for 12.4% of the workforce. This is episode number 56, and we're talking about how not to blow your acceptance speech. Soredewa ikimashou. So let's get going. A hush has now swept across the room. All eyes are fixed on the MC. Breaths are being held, awaiting the announcement of this year's winner. Amazingly, it registers that is your name they are calling to the stage. Emotion wells up, your team join you in handshaking, shoulder hugs, high fives, backslapping. The prize is now firmly ensconced in your hand and you are beckoned to the microphone. What happens next? Do you find your mind is experiencing whiteout and goes blank? Do your nerves suddenly kick in and facing a sea of faces with thousands of eyes boring into yours? Do your knees mysteriously seem to have been drained of all their sinuous strength? Do you launch forth into a raging torrent of ums and ahs, followed by indiscriminate rambling, punctuated with pathetic apologies for your inability to string two words together? Are you having an out-of-body experience, watching yourself having a public meltdown of stupendous scale? Seeing yourself trash your company and personal brand simultaneously because you are demonstrating to all that you are a total dud as a professional? How could it come to this, to have capitulation snatched from the jaws of triumph? Simple, really. You didn't prepare properly. You didn't think through the consequences of filling out that pile of boring and tedious application documents all those many months ago. There you were, cheerfully getting stuck into the booze at your table with your colleagues, full of bonhomie and good spirits, unsuspecting of the ordeal about to descend upon you. The harsh stage lights shine on the harsh reality that you are woefully unprepared for the win. At the podium, emotion wrestles with the brain to pull it together, but you fail. Remember, we judge every company by the people we meet. If they are smart, we think everybody is smart. If you're a shambles, we pin that crime on the entire team. What would have been a better approach? Expecting to win is a good place to start. From that thought flows a stream of things that must be done just in case lightning does strike, unlikely as that may have seemed at application time. What will be the content? How will you start? How will you end? Here is how to do it with aplomb, so that the audience mentally genuflects, wow, I wish I could have been like that. Firstly, find out how much time you'll have available. How would you know that? Ask the organisers. How many minutes do they give the speaker who wins when it comes to their time to address the crowd? Usually you can imagine 2 minutes tops. In that space of time, what would the content be you would want to cover? You will want to thank the judging panel for selecting you and the organisers for putting on the event. That is polite and a set piece. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say thank you to the judging panel for selecting us. I'm sure it was a very demanding job for you and the organisers of today's competition. On behalf of all the candidates, allow me to say thank you, one and all, for your efforts. You will have others you want to recognise, such as colleagues, clients and family. You could just say a simple thank you to these groups, but that is a bit pedestrian. Here is your chance to really shine, so why not grab it with both hands? Think of a short story for each group that connects their support with this win. Storytelling is powerful because it creates context and draws your audience into the mental picture you are drawing. If it was a colleague, for example, you might say, inside our company, Taro and his team regularly took the last train home in the coldest, darkest depths of winter and were back early the next day, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed to get the Z project completed. Thank you all for going the extra mile for your loyalty, commitment and perseverance when so many doubted we could do it. For clients, you might select an episode of some consequence. We'd not be standing up here tonight if it wasn't for Tanaka-san at XYZ Company. She gave us a chance to demonstrate we could deliver on schedule, on budget and at the right quality. I know that she had to weather some particularly tough internal meetings with her directors last fall, but she went to bat for us, so we all say a very big thank you to her, and we are delighted she can be with us tonight. For family, you could note, as we all know, we often spend more hours working with our colleagues than we spend with our own family. When we get home exhausted, we unburden ourselves and share our concerns and worries. We need to set the ledger right and also share in the good times, and tonight is just that occasion. I would like to thank my own family for their total support, which keeps me going. I would also like to thank and recognise all the families of our team members who equally are giving their support. We know it is a sacrifice and we appreciate that you make that on the company's behalf. So this prize tonight goes to all the angels at home who keep us going and make it all worthwhile. How do you wrap it up? This is the time to sell your company's services or products. You could say, finally, I would like to say how proud I am of our widget. We are committed to making the lives of our clients and their clients easier and more effective. We are on a mission to serve as many people as we can because we know we are bringing value and growth to their businesses. Entwined inside their growth and success is our success. And that thought drives us each and every day to do our best. Thank you. This is just the planning component completed. The other thing is the speech delivery practice. There will be no supporting slides to serve as a prompt for what you cover next. There will be possibly a mic stand and no more, so no place for notes, and you don't want to be reading them anyway. Better to have your eyes on your audience and connect with the room. Mentally divide the room into 6 sectors and give some attention to each sliver. Think of a baseball diamond: left, center, right field, plus inner field and outer field. Make eye contact with someone in each section and speak to that person for about 6 seconds before moving to another section. Do it at random so the audience can't mentally escape, because they can predict where you will make your eye contact next. Use your hands for gestures rather than thrust them into your pockets, or stand up straight for maximum credibility and a professional look. You may be nervous and speaking quickly, so make sure to interject some pauses to allow the audience to catch up with where you have been taking them. A pause allows you to check that your speaking speed isn't getting too fast and frantic. Find out more when we come back from the break. If you want to become a fully competent and confident presenter, then do the High Impact Presentations course. We are all being judged when we speak, be it in the internal team meeting or in a public environment. Be it the big bosses, clients, or an industry audience, everyone is evaluating us. Don't blow it. Get the best training on the planet. Do the High Impact Presentations course now in either Japanese or English. If you want to sell more and do it more easily, do the Sales Advantage course. If you can't build trust, no sale. Can't design excellent questions to understand the client's needs, no sale. Can't present the solution convincingly, no sale. Can't handle objections properly, no sale. Can't close, no sale. Master the sales process by doing the Sales Advantage course now in either Japanese or English. Welcome back. Stand up straight. Don't slouch with your weight split 70-30. Instead, go for a 50-50 weight displacement, so you look as tall and elegant as possible. This is no time for being casual. This is a formal occasion, so rise to the challenge and impress. If the mic stand is too low, then adjust it. Unhook the mic itself or pick the whole thing up like a rock star. Leaning over and down to speak into the mic gives your audience an unwanted view of the top of your head. You want them looking at your face, not your pate. You need to have good posture throughout the entire speech to have sufficient gravitas suitable for the evening's affair. Run through this acceptance speech at least 20 times before you give it. Use your smartphone or tablet and video yourself to get an idea of what the audience will be seeing. You may be puzzled to discover that you are scowling and looking unhappy on this magnificent occasion because the concentration is killing you. Smile. It is easy to say, but under the pressure, we may forget to smile and just look angry and unhappy to our audience. You may find you are speaking in a dull as dishwater monotone voice that is killing your audience and your reputation. The video will reveal all and help you to rid yourself of bad habits, nervous tics, and outright errors. What happens if you get the order wrong, get stuck, or leave something out? Don't worry. The only person in the room who knows what you are going to say is you. Therefore, if you do mess it up, maintain your absolute best poker face and keep going. Make it appear as if everything is going according to your best laid plan. So if we put it all together, it would go like this. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say thank you to the judging panel for selecting us. I am sure it was a very demanding job for you and the organisers of today's competition. On behalf of all the candidates, allow me to say thank you one and all for your efforts. Inside our company, Taro and his team regularly took the last train home in the coldest, darkest depths of winter. We're back early the next day, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, to get the Z project completed. Thank you all for going the extra mile, for your loyalty, commitment and perseverance, when so many doubted we could do it. We would not be standing up here tonight if it wasn't for Tanaka-san at XYZ Company. She gave us a chance to demonstrate we could deliver on schedule, on budget, and at the right quality. I know that she had to weather some particularly tough internal meetings with her directors last fall, but she went to bat for us. So we all say a very big thank you to her, and we are delighted she can be with us tonight. As we all know, we often spend more hours working with our colleagues than we spend with our own family. When we get home exhausted, we unburden ourselves and share our concerns and worries. We need to set the ledger right and also share in the good times, and tonight is just that occasion. I would like to thank my own family for their total support, which keeps me going. I would also like to recognise all the families of our team members who equally are giving their support. We know it is a sacrifice and we appreciate that. We appreciate that you make it on the company's behalf. So this prize tonight goes to all the angels at home who keep us going and make it all worthwhile. Finally, I would like to say how proud I am of our widget. We are committed to making the lives of our clients and their clients easier and more effective. We are on a mission to serve as many people as we can because we know we are bringing value and growth to their businesses. Entwined inside their growth and success is our success. And that thought drives us each and every day to do our best. Thank you. That is 2 minutes. We have managed to say a lot in 2 minutes, and we will leave a very positive impression with the audience. Hearing that speech, they will be impressed. Please take the structure provided and create your own stories that will attract the support of your audience. This is the time to differentiate your company and personal brand. So make the time and put in the effort. After people come up and tell you, wow, what a great speech that was, you will realize all the preparation and effort was worthwhile. What if you go to all this trouble and you don't win? You have definitely improved your speech-making skill and you have put yourself out of harm's way. Both are major wins, even if the big prize eluded you this time. There's always next year, the next occasion, and your speech is ready to rock. You've positioned yourself in a good place from every angle. Good luck and break a leg. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show is here to help you succeed in Japan. Subscribe on YouTube, share it with your family, friends and colleagues. Become a regular. Thank you for watching this episode and remember to hit the subscribe button. Our website details are on screen now. enjapan.dalecarnegie.com. There's awesome value, so check it out. In episode 57, we are talking about, is your sales environment driving or diminishing sales? Find out more about that next week. So, yoroshiku onegai itashimasu. Please join me for the next episode of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. We are here to help you. We've only one direction in mind for you and your business, and that is up.